On a bright morning, in a little town full of laughter and sunshine, there lived a boy named Eli. Eli was just like any other kid he loved, climbing trees, drawing spaceships in his notebook, and chasing butterflies in the park. But there was one thing that made him different: his shadow. At first, Eli thought his shadow was just like everyone else's. It followed him when the sun was out, stretched tall when the light was low, and curled small when the day was bright. But one day, while Eli was playing in his backyard, he noticed something very strange. "Did you just wave at me?" Eli whispered, staring at the dark shape on the grass. The shadow tilted its head and gave a little wiggle, as if to say, "Yes, I did." Eli blinked and rubbed his eyes. Shadows weren't supposed to do that. Shadows weren't supposed to move on their own. That night, when the moonlight shone softly through his window, Eli whispered, "Shadow, are you real?" The dark shape on his wall shimmered and shifted, then answered in a voice that sounded like a breeze through the trees. "Yes, Eli, my name is Nero, and I'm not just a shadow. I'm an alien scout." Eli gasped so loudly that his pillow nearly flew off the bed. "An alien? Like from outer space?" "Yes," Nero replied, chuckling softly. "I was sent here to watch Earth, to learn about humans. But the longer I've stayed, the more I've grown to love this planet. The laughter, the kindness, the way people dream. It's beautiful here." Eli's eyes grew wide. "So all this time, you've been watching me?" "Yes," Nero admitted, "but not in a scary way. More like as a friend." Eli smiled nervously. "Well, I've always wanted a friend who was out of this world." From that night on, Eli and Nero were inseparable. By day, Nero was just a shadow, quiet, ordinary, unnoticed. But at night, when the stars peeked out, Nero came alive. He told Eli stories of faraway galaxies, planets made of crystal, and creatures that glowed like lanterns. In return, Eli told Nero about Earth, about his favorite foods, games, and songs. Nero laughed at the idea of ice cream. Cold and sweet? That sounds like a silly combination. But when Eli shared a scoop of vanilla during a sunny afternoon, Nero hummed in delight. "I think I love Earth even more now." One evening, Nero grew quiet. His shadow shape curled small in the moonlight. "Eli," he said, "my mission was to study Earth and report back. Soon, my people will call me home." Eli's heart sank. "But I don't want you to leave. You're my best friend." Nero's voice trembled. "And you're mine. But if they find out how much I love Earth, they might think I failed as a scout." Eli thought hard. Then he said softly, "Maybe you didn't fail. Maybe you discovered the most important thing of all love." The next day, Eli had an idea. He drew pictures of his life on Earth, his family smiling, kids playing tag, the sun rising over his town. He showed Nero how wonderful it felt to belong somewhere, to laugh, to dream. That night, Nero whispered, "Eli, I will tell my people the truth. I will tell them Earth isn't just a place to watch. It's a place worth protecting. And I'll tell them about you, the boy who taught me what it means to be human." Eli hugged his blanket tightly, tears in his eyes but a smile on his face. "Promise you'll come back?" "I promise," Nero said. "Whenever the stars shine, know that I'm near." From then on, Eli never felt alone. Even when Nero wasn't speaking, his shadow seemed warmer, closer. At night, he would look at the stars and imagine Nero waving back. And though he was just a boy in a little town, Eli knew he had made the universe a little brighter, because somewhere out there, an alien shadow had fallen in love with Earth.
Please subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss more amazing stories like this.